would love nothing more than to see other women working in sport, both in front of and behind the camera.
When you have people of different walks of life, your potential is honestly unlimited.
We have created many young female leaders. It takes a community to raise a child. Our program, Ladyballers, can help raise young females who have tremendous potential.
Representation matters, and being able to see somebody on television that looks like you is huge.
There's a responsibility for all of the women working in sport to blaze that trail for the next generation.
Women's basketball is booming. The business of it, the audience of it, and the appetite for it. So we are very excited on this International Women's Day to discuss a little bit about what makes the women's game so special and why it's growing. Chelsea Leite, Keerthika Uthayakumar, I'm Ashley Docking. All right, let's get into it, because one of the things that we saw, first of all, Keerthika, I'm going to start with you, is the moving of the needle when Sabrina and Steph had their three-point contest at All-Star. It was the most watched event of the weekend.
I think we can all agree that was our favorite. It was my favorite part.
It was the only reason I was
weekend.
there. Yeah. It was the only reason I was there.
It was the hype before and the hype surrounding Steph versus Sabrina was at the beginning a little like nerve-wracking, I think, for me. And then it like exceeded all expectations. It was so much more fun to watch than the rest of All-Star Weekend, sadly. But just the hype in general around all of the basketball community and just casual basketball watching audience in general was amazing.
Yeah, I think one thing that we can always agree upon is like the battle of the sexes is always going to draw. Yeah. And Sabrina did not disappoint. And Steph was such a good sport about it in the sense where he came and he brought his A game, and he had to bring his A game because she is just a phenomenal athlete, point blank, period. Mm-hmm. So Chelsea, what is it about this women's game, this version of it that we're seeing now, that you think is just so appealing to viewers? Because right now, currently on Fox, women's college basketball is drawing a bigger average audience than the men.
I think it's just the fact that these athletes are just showstoppers. Like, they know how to bring the moment. Caitlin Clark in particular, is one of the biggest names in basketball right now, just because every time she steps on that floor, she brings some sort of show-stopping moment. She's able to bring the crowd to their feet. Yeah. She's able to save her team from, moments where they may lose. And so that's what fans want. They want to see show-stopping basketball. It's why, the NBA has, the three-point contest and the dunk contest and stuff like that, is because that's what people like to watch in basketball. Mm-hmm. And the fact that these women are now bringing that, and people are finally realizing that this game is so interesting to watch no matter who you're watching on the court, it just brings so much hype. And, I mean, for us, it's so exciting to see people, like Kia said in that clip, that look like us and that represent us and, are absolute ballers. So it's just a really fun time for women's basketball.
I think that game where she passed the scoring record, the NCAA D1 scoring record, was the most watched women's basketball game since 1999, regular season. And I was reading, it got more viewers than Warriors Celtics did that same day. Which was insane.
Yeah, and I mean, it just proves that these women are putting on a show that people want to watch, and so, the money and the advertising and the deals and stuff will follow. I think that's a huge conversation in women's college and professional basketball right now that people aren't understanding, is that the money's going to follow them because their talent isn't just going to go away when they go professional.
Yeah, Ponytail Pete, Caitlin Clark just became the NCAA leading scorer, period, in basketball in D1. So congratulations to her. Juju Watkins, another person who is just absolutely blowing everyone's mind. But you mentioned where the money resides. And that's right now in women's programming. If you're looking for sponsorship, if you're interested in marketing, if you don't have a female or women's component to your organization, it's kind of a tough sell. And we have a lot of organizations here in the city that are really doing the work at the grassroots level, which we love to see. And we want to highlight some of those. So Keeks, I'm going to start with you. Ladyballers, why do you love it? Why did you want to bring it up today?
I think it's just such a great initiative to get these young girls the opportunity to, one, give them a sense of community and show them how sport can really help them get to the next steps in life, even, learn different skills that are so transferable. Basketball, these camps will give them so much opportunity to, grow their community, meet different people, get different opportunities, and that's just not something that a lot of women get to have, sorry.
The opportunity to do, yeah 1,000%. All right, and then Chelsea, an organization near and dear to my heart personally. I've worked with them for the last 2 years, Hoopqueens, which is an organization founded by Nikisa Kumal Singh, who actually does work for MLSE as well.
Yeah.
Why do you love Hoopqueens? What draws you to it?
I think just the dedication to making sure that not only young girls have the opportunity to play basketball, but that women of all ages still have the opportunity to go and play basketball, even when, you know, their professional or their college careers end. I really appreciate the fact that there's still opportunities for adult women to go and play professional basketball, have a community of basketball, you know, a competitive basketball environment, but at the same time, the dedication to the next generation and making sure that you're still doing programming for young girls that's going to inspire them. And the fact that those young girls also have the opportunity to look up to the older women in Hoopqueens and the league that they're making, and the fact that they're, you know, they have a dedication to make sure these women are getting paid is so good for these young girls to see, and will really show them what opportunities are out there for them.
Hoopqueens, Ladyballers, make sure that you're supporting and checking out these organizations, not because it's the right thing to do, because they're fantastic organizations. And as you mentioned, Keeks, I think it's so important that, you know, women athletes become leaders.
Yeah.
Period. Even if you
Community
don't go
leaders.
anywhere with it
Absolutely.
in terms of professional basketball, but now the opportunity is even more apparent. We're having another WNBA game in Canada in May. You have the Seattle Storm taking on the LA Sparks, I believe
Sparks
it is.
in
That's going to be in
Edmonton.
Edmonton. So as I said before, women's basketball is absolutely booming, and I cannot wait to see the heights that it goes to. So before we get out of here, we have to give a shout out to our producer Jasmine and our intern Anna. Thank you guys so much. This was an all-female cast for International Women's Day. We'd like to thank MLSC and Jakey Jake for making this happen. For Chelsea, for Keeks, myself, Ashley, and the girls in the background who really make everything happen. Thank you for joining us today on Raptors Today.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest videos and subscribe for more.
Trent answers back. Gary, sidestep, three, got it.